Here we go. Gabriel Stilp on the outside of the front row for the Croc Promotions team, or at the outside of row number 2 rather. There's Harry Burgoyne Jr., Strawberry Racing. And you can see there that the new visors there, the new visor strips, they've got their names, or they've got the Fibre King sponsorship, which some of them drivers on their Iridium visors. And a look down the grid, there's the number 77. Privateer entry of Royal and Ashburg has been going well. The 16, that's Josh Agambar. There's the 88 of Alfie Garford, Junior TKM champion from last year. The number 92 of Wesley Swain. The 23, he was our repechage winner, Sam Longley for Strawberry Racing. There's the 73 driver chatting away. That is the MDL Motorsport driver Kian Garrity, the Tony Kart race suit. Down towards the back of this 34 strong grid, there's Mondi Junior Canini, just having a chat with his IPK, the Praga karting entry. And right at the back of the grid, so Cameron Pratt Thompson starting down at the back. He is out of position. Watch for Cameron Pratt Thompson to be charging through the pack. There's the number 51 Jamie Green Racing entry of Fred Green. There's Olivani chatting with Lewis Hall. Now, they used to be teammates in the old Evolution Racing team back in the day. Having a chat there, but Olivani there chatting away with the number 25 mechanic Lewis Hall. He's William Murtaugh's mechanic. Now, Murtaugh and Mondi Junior Canini had that coming together earlier in the pre-final. There's the number 34 driver. That's the KR Sport kart of Nathan Clifford. There's the number 19 of Jack Cunningham, who also made it out of the repechage earlier on. The 69 kart of Ed Spanswick, the Anglo-Moldovan driver. There's the number 17 of Fast Freddie Lloyd. Number 14 kart of Jack Hobson, the BMR kart. There's the there's the case in point. There's the KR Sport livery and the Optima livery.
Yeah,
that's going to be a problem. There we are. There's a problem. Now we're moving up the grid. There's Fionn McLaughlin, the number 29 Fusion entry, and Leo Robinson, the Algerian Lion, about to roar. Mini X30 champion in 2021. Eyes on Junior X30 Championship in 2022, and it's going to be one heck of a race. And yeah, Freddie Lloyd's mum, Rebecca Lloyd, is joining the chat there, is reminding us that West Ham have just lost. So it'd be good for Freddie to have a win.
Hey, what have I told?
No. What? No. Their family are involved with West Ham United.
Right.
In some sort of capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're allowed to play football. But they're involved with the club.
Motorsport stream.
Oh, for
we're racing.
Bubbles,
oh, mute button, magic thing.
But that's the West Ham song. Bobby Moore, Trevor Brooking and all that. There's Leo Robinson. Now this is X30 Leo Robinson. Now we're going to bounce around. We can have a little bounce around in the commentary box. Last race today, Anthony. Come on, it's going to be a good one. Oh dear.
The floor felt like it was giving way then. Stop bouncing up and down.
I had a big slice of cake for lunch, I can't lie.
So did I, to be fair. But there we go. Yeah, no, this is going to be a wicked race, isn't it? We've waited all day, and, you know, final race of the day, final race of the first weekend of 2022 always brings out the best in everyone, and everyone's here at trackside to watch this race. The grandstand's already full. That's usually full of the mechanics when they run off the grid, but it's already full of other people watching.
Good, excellent. There they are. There's the back of them anyway.
Yeah.
This is great stuff, you know. I just realised something. We got to the end of the day and I haven't danced the commentary box yet.
Well, you technically...
Or sung. Oh, I haven't sung to you.
No.
Oh, I did.
Well, you have sung.
Really?
You sung just a second ago, didn't you? And technically you danced a second ago because you were jumping up and down. So you've done both, so you do not need to do anything else. No more.
All right, okay. I've been controlled. There is the man who wants to maintain control at the front of this one. It's Leo Robinson. Let's have a look at the starting lineup, Anthony.
Yes, indeed. Leo Robinson and Harry Burgoyne Jr. will lock out row number 1. Fionn McLaughlin and Gabriel Stilp on row number 2.
Macaulay Bishop and Jack Nettleship share row number 3. Lewis Bird and Henry Jocelyn on row number 4.
Brandon Carr, Rylan Eschberg on row 5. Jack Hobson and Josh Agambar will round out row 6.
Freddie Lloyd and Alfie Garford on row 7. Henry Gregory and Wesley Swain on row number 8.
Ian Spanswick and Sam Longley Langley on row 9, Jack Cunningham and Jack Cox rounding out the top 20 on row 10.
Row number 11 will be Nathan Clifford and Cian Garrity. Then it's Zach Green and Luke Sintler on row 12.
Row 13, Taylor Orridge and Isaac Phelps with George Robinson and Leo Brown rounding out row 14.
Row number 15 is Riley Bishop and Mondi Junior Canini, then William Murtagh and Charlie Morrison-Jones.
Fred Green and Cameron Pratt-Thompson will round out our grid on row 17. And the drivers have gone round another lap.
They've gone and done a second rolling lap, Anthony, which is good for us because we can have a breather.
We can have a breather.
Because I've got a feeling it's going to be a little bit breathless for the next 15 minutes. If the pre-final was anything to go by. So we have Fusion Motorsport, Strawberry Racing, Crop Promotion, Dan Holland Racing, the Jade Racing Team, Optima, Vic Barrett Racing, KR Sport, BMR Restart, Privateer Entry, Premium Karting, and that is just on the front 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 position, the front 6 rows of the grid.
What a mix-up. What a treat we're in for.
A multitude, an absolute cornucopia of different colours and teams. It's wide open in X30. No one's got a lockout on it. Who is going to win the opening round? Lights are out. We're off and racing. Robinson leads into turn number 1. And one of his, that's Wesley Swain, running a little bit wide in the middle of the pack there. And they're all through Cafe Corner cleanly. This is where things went a little bit wrong earlier on. And now we hold our breath as they head down towards Stratford Corner. On the outside, Gabriel still in 3rd position, maybe losing a little bit of ground, but Leo Robinson and Harry Burgoyne Jr. still 1st and 2nd, still is 3rd. Then it's Fionn McLaughlin in 4th position. Still everyone okay, and the glider pilot's getting a bird's eye view of the action as he tries not to crash his plane.
Yep. Well, it's not playing, it's the glider. Anyway, change for the lead. Burgoyne Jr. down the inside, gets that job done. Stilp follows through as well, puts that back up into 2nd place. And already hand gestures coming out saying, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Fionn McLaughlin holds on to 3rd place as they dive through Cafe Curve.
Well, Robinson went from 1st to 4th there.
Well, yeah, he did.
I mean, this is like, oh dear, and there's a spinner right in front of us. That is the number 35 entry of Isaac Phelps for the Jade Racing Team. He went up over the back of somebody else, but got going again.
Yep.
So all 34 drivers still running. And there's number 77.
Oh dear, that's Bishop.
That's Bishop. And that's Lewis Bird who gets taken out. Oh, Lewis Bird's in the middle of the track. He's going to try and get away. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky. Now, I wonder if we can maybe get a replay of that incident, because there was a lot happening there. So we'll see if we can summon up a replay of that. Here we go.
From what I saw, it just looked like Bishop lost the back end of it, but let's have a look.
Well, he's the white crash helmet coming into the shot there, and
he hit the curb and then got
on the inside.
He got a love tap.
Hit the curb on the inside, that bounced him across the circuit, and it was Freddie Lloyd that was right behind him, but he hit the curb, went across the circuit. Poor old Lewis Bird was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Like the grouse on the way into the circuit this morning.
Yes.
Just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Several grouses.
Oh dear. Anyone who lives in the countryside knows what we're on about with the grosses around here. Yes. But up at the front, that means that Gabriel Stilp, Fionn McLaughlin, Harry Burgoyne Jr. have the top 3 positions. And there's a couple of gaps now. Of course, really good job by everybody to avoid taking out the 2 drivers there that were involved in that. Bird and Bishop have both continued on. It'll be interesting to see. They're 33rd and 34th at the moment. I'm looking at them coming past our commentary box window, and as Fionn McLaughlin takes the lead.
Oh!
Hello?
Still nearly into the tyre wall there.
He's looking over his shoulder. Oh, there's the back end of that cart there. But so Bird and Bishop. Oh, Lewis Bird has actually. Excuse me. Dear me. Well, no, I breathed in very, and then it had to come out somehow.
You said Bird.
Bird is out of the race. Bishop is in 33rd position, but he has got caught at the back of the pack, and there is Gabriel. That real bumper on that number 42 car, looking a little bit wobbly, perhaps, maybe.
No, it's fine.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So interesting to see how far Bishop can come back up through the pack. There's Harry Burgoyne Jr. passing Fionn McLaughlin. Gabriel still there. Yeah, he's looking over his shoulder. He hasn't got the pace at the moment. He looks a little bit rattled. Yeah,
well, like I say, when he was side by side with his move out of the hairpin on the previous lap, and he got, well, not forced, but he ran a little wide. So, yeah, he clipped the barrier. So I reckon that did shake him up a little bit. So he's got to try and close that gap up because he was battling with those two ahead of him. So, well, yeah, lost a lot of time.
He's got the Mick Barrett Racing number 26 of Henry Jocelyn and the number 37 Fusion Motorsport cart of Leo Robinson right behind him now. They need to work together to close back up to Burgoyne Junior and Fionn McLaughlin. Then there is a gap back to Brandon Carr running in 6th position for KR Sport Team. Jack Nettleship is 7th and Freddie Lloyd is up into 8th position in the leading Dan Holland Racing cart now, Freddie Lloyd. Agambar and his premium karting teammate Garford are 9th and 10th, and it's Swain, Spanswick, Cox, Cunningham, Canini, Garrity, Pratt Thompson already from 34th to 17th. Watch out for the number 33 cart on your screens. Sinclair is next, then it's Clifford, Hobson, Green, Ashberg, Zach Green, then Ashberg, Fred Green, Bishop, Morrison Jones, Robinson, Leo Brown, Orridge, Phelps, Macaulay Bishop up to 30th ahead of Gregory, Longley and Murtagh.
Yep, there we go. No change in front. Oh, but there has been a change here as the 51 also getting a warning flag while going over the start-finish line. That was Fred Green. So, Jamie Green Racing Team.
Maybe the architect of his own demise.
Could
possibly.
be, but his gesticulating arms say otherwise. Well, he thinks otherwise.
Try. Of course you're going to
you're going to argue.
You're not going to do that. Yeah, it was a fair cop, Gov.
Yeah,
as Burgoyne Junior holding on. Now they've got a 9/10 of a second gap over third place Gabriel Stilp of these two. The Scotsman Burgoyne, the Irishman McLaughlin, an Englishman and an Algerian are the top 4.
Welcome to the British Kart Champs.
Welcome to the British Kart Champs. It's why this championship is the envy of the world.
Yeah.
Has to say. Drivers, I mean, obviously Leo Robinson is based in the UK, but of course Algerian parentage. And the Algerian Motorsport Federation and Algerian Karting Federation have been hugely supportive. I've noticed on his racing, he's now got some Algerian sponsorship. So it's great news. I know that we're massive in Algeria.
Yes.
You know, absolutely, massive in Algeria. Huge. Yep. There's an anti-Jordan fan club in Algiers.
I'm sure there is not.
You think I'm joking?
No. Well, there's a shop dedicated to your beard.
Well, I'm not surprised. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Burgoyne Junior and McLaughlin, 1st and 2nd. Still Robinson, Jocelyn, Carr, Nettleship, Lloyd, Agambar. Then Garford. So Alfie Garford. So of all the drivers that have transferred from TKM to X30 this weekend,
yep.
In seniors it went badly wrong for James Pashley and for Alex Cresswell. But in juniors, Alfie Garford has been going about his business nice and quietly. Why is there a driver with a strawberry Tony Kart race suit running away from us? Oh, that's Fred Green. I think that must be Fred Green. I don't know where his cart is.
No, I don't think that is Fred Green.
Oh, no, it's not, because his cart is tucked away,
I think,
behind the barrier. I think that's Cian Garrity. Yes, it's the MDL Motorsport cart of Cian Garrity.
It is.
And he is out of the race. Leo Robinson, fastest lap of the race. So Robinson up into 3rd position. That gap between 2nd and 3rd, which was nearly a second, is now half a second. Robinson on a charge. See, all you've got to do is talk about the Algerian anti-Jordan fan club, and Robinson's ears prick up and he goes for it.
There we go. You're welcome. Less than 8 minutes to go. Plus 1 lap. Nice breakaway at the front here.
Again, that gap between the top 2 is
gone. It's gone.
And Leo Robinson's brought Jacob Stilp and Henry Jocelyn to the party. Oh, somebody else pulling off. That is a Tony Kart that is pulling off the side of the circuit. So, we've what was the ooh for? Was that a move, a change? It was. It was a croc snapping its teeth and moving into 2nd place.
Yes, it was. Burgoyne Junior is now down into 5th place, as Stilp now down into 3rd-ish, 3rd and a half.
3rd-ish, I like that. Yeah. It was Sam Longley who was retired at this point of the circuit there. You might even see just out of our camera view there. So Sam Longley out of the race for Strawberry Racing. So Strawberry Racing have got one driver now in 5th position and another one watching from the sidelines. But it's after all this, it's now a Fusion Motorsport. No, it's not. Is it a Fusion Motorsport 1-2? Yes, it is. It's McLaughlin leading Robinson, then Stilp, Jocelyn and Burgoyne Junior.
As you said it. There we go.
6.5, 7 minutes to go. Just over half distance. Behind them, Brandon Carr runs in 6th position. The gap between the top 5 and 6th position is 2.5 seconds, and Stilp now gets spat out by Jocelyn. So Jocelyn up into P3.
Yeah, and we see there he's already doing the hand signals because he can see the top 2 breaking away again. So, he wants to close that gap back up.
And you are right, and looking at the carts going into the Bruno chicane there, I mean, Gabriel Stilp, he's got the back end of that kart, you know, he's using the curb more to turn the kart.
Yes.
Yeah, he is using the curb more, but I mean, of course, then he finds himself facing away from the apex, the middle part of the corner, so he's got to put a sharper steering input in to get back online for the exit of that complex. We'll watch again this time around. The Stilp's Madcroc kart is has got very different behaviour going into there.
Oh, and there's two karts off at Cafe Curve.
Mondi Junior Canini getting underway, leaving the scene of the crime, and number 72 kart is left there. The driver up and out of the kart, that would be Luke Simpler. Now we'll watch this again. Coming in, are we going to see the angle coming into? Oh, we missed.
Oh, we missed it. It was the corner.
We were looking at the accident.
Yes.
Which is fair enough. But we'll look next time. There's Stilp in the number 42 Madcroc kart, followed by Burgoyne Jr. and Jocelyn. But the two Fusion drivers beginning to get away. Yellow flags here. That's where Canini Jr. and Simpler had their incident. They've gone past that. So, there's a marshal running towards to retrieve that number 72 kart. Here we go, into the Bruno Ferrari, and again, we'll didn't see too much there, but certainly, I think that Stilp's kart is not as strong through the Bruno S's as the Bruno chicane as everybody else in that league group, and certainly now, these two Fusion drivers are beginning to pull away. It's threatening to be a very good day for the Fusion team. Front four lockout in Iami, and now looking at first and second in Junior X30.
Yeah, pretty solid day for the team. Like, you know, they're a quick team on any weekend, really, when you see them racing. But yeah, definitely they've had a good one this time around. 4.5 minutes to go as down the inside. Burgoyne Jr. gets it on Stilp, and again, it just looks like that car just doesn't want to turn in.
Yep, here we go. Let's have a look there. Again, you can see Stilp.
Only one using the curb.
The only one using the curb there. Now, and he's using the curb to help turn the kart.
Yeah.
You know, which is what you do in karting with some things. But now all Stilpies down to 4th place behind Harry Burgoyne Jr. And now, can the Strawberry race, can the Scotsman now push up in the final 4 minutes of this race to catch the leaders? Still yellow flags waving down at the entrance to Park Bend there. But the Marshals, another great job there by the Shenington Marshals to move that car out of harm's way. And the Marshal even having time to put the Vera Tools, Be a Tool Rebel banner back into place. Always thinking of the sponsors. Good lad, well done.
Okay.
You'll go far in life. So the top 5 are clear, but with McLaughlin and Robinson keeping Burgoyne, Stilp and Jocelyn at arm's length. Then there's a 4-second gap back to Nettleship, who is all on his own. Well, I know he's got Brandon Carr behind him. Then it's Freddie Lloyd having a good drive in 8th position. Then there's a gap back to Cameron Pratt-Thompson, 34th to 9th, DJ.
Wow.
What's all that about?
Wow, that is a job and a half, isn't it?
There we go. There, on this screen there, leading this group is Pratt-Thompson, who started stone last.
Wow.
And he's got Agambar, Cox and Garford right behind him. Well, I mean, Cameron Pratt-Thompson, I mean, he's now got he's got 2 seconds to make up on Freddie Lloyd for 8th position. Macaulay Bishop is up to 18th after falling back to 32nd. And we have 30 drivers left in the race. Leo Brown 30th, Monty Canini is 29th, Murtagh 28th, Bishop 27th, Robinson 26th, Orange 25th, Fred Green 24th, Morrison Jones 23rd, Gregory 22nd, Etchberg 21st, Phelps 20th, Nathan Clifford 19th, Bishop 18th, Spanduk 17th, Cunningham 16th, Swain is 15th, then Zach Green in 14th, Hobson is 13th, Jack Cox 12th, Garford 11th, and Pratt-Thompson 10th. He's just been overtaken by Agambar, who's up to 9th. That is a full rundown of the remaining runners in this race. We're on lap number 18, 2 minutes to go, and well, still back into 3rd place. They haven't given up hope yet.
Not at all, not at all. That gap, what is it, half a second now that they've got now between the two of them?
I would say half a second. And soon McLaughlin's going to have to defend. He's not going to just let Leo Robinson waltz through to take the win. He's going to have to defend, and that'll cost him pace. So, and you can see Burgoyne still planted on the rear bumper, pushing and working together. So again, Stilp and Burgoyne have not given up on this one yet at all. Neither is Henry Jocelyn, who is far enough back to maybe take an evasive action. Here we go, game on. McLaughlin begins to defend in the Stratford corner, and Robinson's got the inside line. Robinson, 2 wheels on the grass, coming up towards Bruno's, and he doesn't make the move. Here comes Stilp.
Look at that, well timed there from Stilp. He could see the weakness in Robinson and just thought, I'm going for it, and well timed that was. Now that's allowed McLaughlin to break away slightly, but I think that was very early then between those two. Very early.
It was a little bit, maybe too early for Robinson. McLaughlin's thinking, no, it's fine, mate, I'm all right, I'm still leading. But now, Stilp has not to take a win last year. He was a podium contender in Mini X30 2 years ago, a regular podium contender, where he went up against Leo Robinson and Vinnie Phillips. And now he goes to lead, but he shoots wide at Stratford, and that's going to give the lead back to Leo Robinson. So Stilp outbreaks himself. Oh, Jocelyn now trying to pass Burgoyne Jr. 45 seconds to go. Robinson, Stilp, McLaughlin, Burgoyne Jr. and Jocelyn now the top 5 in order.
Oh, there we go. This is going to be one heck of a last lap between these two. And here comes Stilp. Whoa, that was no gap there, but he made it work. Did Stilp absolutely squeeze that car into that gap. Well timed again once more. And as they squeak across the line, there's 30 seconds to go. There's still 2 laps to go.
I've never seen a kart change direction going into Wilkins at that point before. He was going out, and then he literally turned the corner into like a square.
Yeah.
You know, so the trajectory was forcing Robinson wide, and Stilp went, no. I could mirror signal move a turn, and but now he's back to third, using that curve again, and it's McLaughlin back in front. Now the clock strikes 0. McLaughlin, Robinson, Stilp, Jocelyn, Burgoyne. Still anyone of 5 can win. And there's the number 99 kart of Taylor Orridge out of the race. Last lap board goes out. Still looking at the inside. It's not going to happen there. Can McLaughlin hang on? McLaughlin 8th the championship last year. Burgoyne Jr. 7th the championship. Stilp just outside the seeded rankings. And Robinson and Jocelyn new to the class this year. Round Stratford. Up runway straight for the final time. You can barely breathe. It's still McLaughlin. Oh, now Stilp at the inside. What a move from Gabriel Stilp. And Henry Jocelyn comes out in front. I don't Adam and Eve it.
I don't think Stilp meant to do that one, and Jocelyn loves it. So here we go then. One more corner to go. Jocelyn out of nowhere will come through. Burgoyne has just taken second in the final corner, but Jocelyn will take it. Burgoyne Jr. from Stilp.
Wow. Mick Barrett Racing and Henry Jocelyn have absolutely taken one there. That was a fantastic bit of opportunism there. And Gabriel Stilp, well, the move was superb. He just couldn't get the kart slowed down in the apex. He finishes it. So Burgoyne Jr. in second, Stilp in third. And after running 1-2 for the majority of the second half of that race, the 2 Fusion drivers, McLaughlin and Robinson, miss out on the podium in 4th and 5th. Let's have a look at that again. Here comes Stilp. There we go. Bounce off the curb, up the inside. Gets the kart slowed down, over the curves, bit of understeer. McLaughlin has to run a bit wide, and Jocelyn just says, thank you very much. Take that. He only Henry Jocelyn had half a lap all day, and he comes away with the biggest win of his career. Fantastic stuff for the driver racing for Team UK, and there is the winner going through. Here comes Harry Burgoyne Jr. Oh, well, he's going to make do with second today. And, well, Gabriel Stilp, you can't blame a man for trying. And my word, that was one heck of a manoeuvre. There is Fionn McLaughlin finishing in 4th position, and he's just, oh, what can you do? He goes through. Disappointment there for the Irishman. So thank you so much for joining us all. And we're done, we're in the books, let's move on.
What he said. Bye for now.